In this recording, I'm going to look at the music of Latin American, the Argentine Tango. It's very important that you know what you can expect in the examination. Know all the underlined and bold words in the Cambridge Teacher's Guide World Focus Latin America. And I'm going to show you an example of that because that was prescribed for 2018, but you can still find this on the internet. And also the terms used and underlined on my pages. So the bold words in the Cambridge papers are very important. Now, in the background, you will hear the music of the Argentine tango, and it's very important to listen to some of the tangos in order to identify this genre. A good example is Piazzolla's Libertango. Read through the background of the tango, okay, Cambridge Teacher's Guide, World Focus. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. So I'm referring to this guide to set works. You will see World Focus for 2018 Latin America, and you will find it on the internet. So try and find that, and it's only a few pages, and print that out for you. The tango came to prominence in the late 1800s. It's a fusion of musical styles from the European settlers, Spanish settlers, Native Americans and African slaves. Dance halls in Buenos Aires were a melting pot for the different musical and dance styles. It was originally a style that belonged to the poor people, a kind of street music that thrived in the bars and brothels of Buenos Aires. The instruments in the tango ensemble, typically a tango ensemble would feature some permutation of the following instruments: a violin, the piano, a double bass, the guitar, a clarinet, and the bandoneon. So in the IGCSE music examination, they can ask you, what instrument do you hear? So I usually have an ensemble of these instruments in the tango. Here I have a closer look at the bandoneon. The most distinctive instrument in the tango orchestras or bands is the bandoneon. It's invented in the mid-19th century by Heinrich Brandt in Germany and brought over to South America from Germany by immigrants, sailors, and missionaries. It was adopted by the tango orchestras around 1870. It's a free reed accordion where the right-hand buttons play the melody and the left-hand buttons play the chords. It is held between both hands. You see, I've got a hand position that side and a hand position this side, and played by pushing and pulling the bellows to compress air, which passes through a series of free metal reeds to produce the tones. So try and find videos where it shows you how the bandoneon works. Tango music may be purely instrumental or may include a vocalist. In the background you can hear a vocalist. In the early stages, tango music could be performed by any of the following instrumentations: one bandoneon and two guitars, a bandoneon, a violin, a flute and a guitar, a clarinet, violin, piano, or a violin, a piano and a bandoneon. So go through all these instruments that you know the sound of the instruments. The 1920s saw the appearance of solo performers and a large orchestra, which usually comprises of a string section, a bandoneon section, and a rhythm section of piano and double bass. It was popular up to the 1952s. Since the 1980s, tango music ensembles tend to be smaller combination of trios, quartets, or sextets. Now the rhythm is in 2/4 or 4/4 time, duple time. We have a syncopated ostinato rhythm. So that's the habanera variations. We will clap it out just now, with frequent use of accented notes. It is a repeated rhythmical pattern, and the main feature is syncopation. Go through the rhythms given on the Cambridge Teacher's Guide, the World Focus Latin America, and you will notice that the habanera is bold. So it's very important on these pages, and it's 2/4 time and syncopated. There I have an habanera pattern. Ta, ta, tam, pam, tam, pa, pam, 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 pa, pam, pam. That's figure 1. Or I can have ta, 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 tam, pam, tam. The word syncopated, we stay in Africa, we're used to syncopated rhythms. We know the meaning of the word ostinato, it is repetitive. And this is the habanera that you have to know. So know that word. Habanera patterns form the accompanying rhythm and also appears in the melody. Another important feature is the marcado, which means marked. Marcado rhythm is the playing of notes on the beat in time without syncopation. Marcado in 4. 4 for all 4 beats are marked. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I mark every beat. 4 for beat 1 and beat 3 are marked. 1, 3, 1, 3. Dynamics and articulation. Study this from your pages. To increase the dramatic feel of the music, the use of dynamics and articulation is very important. Tango music sounds intense and dramatic as a result of the use of dynamics and articulation. Very often, marcado rhythms are marked by short staccato phrases. You hear that on the bandoneon. They play quite short. One also finds a contrast of legato song-like passages in the middle, and sudden bursts of volume with strong chord accompaniments and speeding up of tempo may contrast with soft, sultry, slow passages. Flexible, from march-like staccatos to smooth song-like passages, and use of abrupt changes in dynamics and glissandis. Glissandi is where I slide to another note. The melody and the key and the structure. Study this from the papers. The words melancholy, sad, passion, battle, affection, nostalgic, forlorn. Those words are very important. The tango is all about passion. The dance represents a battle between two men for the affection of a woman. Because of this sad nature, tango music is often in a minor key. But major keys can slip into the music for contrast. The lyrics are often nostalgic or forlorn, and to express intensity, glissandi, portamento passages is a characteristic of the melody. Now the tango is all about passion. The dance represents a battle between two men for the affection of a woman. I say again, the lyrics are often nostalgic or forlorn. Because of its slight melancholic nature, most tangos are found in a minor key. However, there is usually a major passage to add contrast to the music, and you will hear glissandi, portamento in the music, and it's all about passion. The bandoneon may also play highly elaborated melodic lines. Now let's look at the structure. We've got a repetitive structure. Tangos generally have 2 or 3 primary sections. Can be A, B, A, B, A, or a rondo A, B, A, B, A, C, A. As sections return, there are usually variations in the instrumentation or the accompaniment and the melody elaborated by the bandoneon. Okay, so I can have variations there. Tango music tends to have 2 sections, A, B, A, B, A, or 3 sections, A, B, A, C, A. The phrasing, typically each section has 2 primary phrases, each 8 bars long, which divide into 2 phrases each. So it's quite balanced, and then they divide once again into 2 bar long phrases. That's not important for the examination, but it's interesting to hear that. Each layer of phrases makes up a call and response. So that's an African influence. With each repeat, the instruments can change, or the melodic line can change. So they like the changes. Listen out whether the music has an introduction, a bridge between the sections, or a coda at the end. Simple harmonies are heard, mostly using chords 1, 4, 5, 7, and 6. Frequent chromatic notes in the melody line. Let's look at some of the words that you need to know. Accordion. Okay. It's the instrument from Europe, German. We know the accordion, and it's used in Colombia, it's used in the tango, but we know the word bandoneon. We have also that in the music of Mexico. If I talk about music from the Argentine tango, I want you to use the word bandoneon. The tango we've done now, it developed in Buenos Aires, first as a dance around 1877, danced by 2 male slaves in the city's brothels. Okay. We have the predecessors include the Cuban habanera, the Uruguayan candombe, and the Afro-Argentine milonga, all which features drums. That's not important. You can just read through that. However, the tango evolved as a musical form without drums, first accompanied on guitars and later with a sexteto instrumentation, featuring 2 bandoneons, button accordion relative, 2 violins, the piano, and the double bass or cello. The tango evolved as a song form by the 1920s and later saw an experimental or avant-garde movements in the mid-1950s, spearheaded by Astor Piazzolla. Within recent years, musicians have explored the return of the drums to the form as well as experimentation with more urban sounds in the new tango or tango nuevo. Samba, slow regional Argentine rhythm and dance from the northeast in 3/4 time. You can listen to some of that, but this is not important for now. Let's look at the influences from Africa in Latin and Caribbean music. Call and response, improvisation, polyrhythm, syncopation, and repetition. So you can stop it here and just look at the definitions again of each, but if you go through the African music, you will know what all the styles or these terms mean. I like visiting BBC's Bite Size, and it's brilliant for Eurovision. And from Bite Size, I took the following. Tango is a sensuous pair dance that originated in the 1880s in the slums and bars of Buenos Aires. It's traditionally played by a sextet with 2 violins, a piano, a double bass, and 2 bandoneons. The bandoneon is a large square type of concertina with bellows played by pressing keys or buttons. The key elements of a tango are 4 beats in a bar, syncopated ostinato patterns, frequent use of the accented notes, the marcado, nostalgic lyrics lamenting cruel destiny and lost loves, and intensity with an often melancholic mood. Okay. Dramatic intensity arises from a mix of march-like staccatos, phrases, smooth song-like passages, sudden changes in dynamics, and use of glissandi. And then they mention the new form, the tango nuevo. And then again, that composer Astor Piazzolla. Go and listen to the Libertango. Okay? Some classical composers have written tangos, including Albanese, Satie, Stravinsky, and Cage. And still from the Bite Size website, it's a powerful dance, which is earthy and dramatic and danced in an embrace. It could be described as stylized walking. And then we have the improvisation that you see there. And ballroom tango is a competitive ballroom dance style. So go through Bite Size, listen to the music that they suggest as well. Now, to give you an idea what they have asked in past IGCSE music papers, which of the following instrumental effects is played by the piano at the beginning of the extract? So there I see ascending glissando. Okay, so that is an effect. What is the main melody instrument? And they played the bandoneon there. They will accept accordion, but try to use that with Argentine music. Describe the style of the music. You may wish to refer to features as the key, rhythms, and articulation. It's in a minor key. Rhythm is syncopated. Articulation is mostly very staccato. It is a tango. Where do you think this music comes from? Argentina, Latin America. So they obviously played a tango, and there I see some of the stylistic things that I had to be able to hear, that effect of the glissando and the bandoneon instrument that they asked. So go through this and make sure that you understand the Cambridge papers as well.